Welcome to Virtualize Everything, where we strive to educate and inform our viewers about technology and technology-related topics. Tonight's video presentation is going to be one that a viewer suggested in a comment about the Raspberry Pis, where we actually use LXD images from the LXD image repository and upload them to our Proxmox server. In a lot of cases, this will get you more availability for images such as OpenWRT or Kali Linux. With that, let's start with the video. As you can see, I've already brought up the images repository. You can note the URL right here, or you'll be able to find the URL in the description section of this video. The next thing we'll have to do is open up our Proxmox web interface for the server we'll be using today. Alright, so as you can see, we have a Kali container already created. But let's go ahead, download a Kali image, upload it to the server, and create another container so you can see how we did it. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to our LXD image repository found here at this address. Then we're going to select Kali, and we're going to select Current. Now you can see we have a few different operating system selections, including ARM. That's originally how I discovered this repository. But today we're going to be using the AMD 64 image. Then we can select Default, and I'm going to choose this particular image. Now we can download the roots.tar.xz, and we're going to download this to our desktop. Alrighty, so it comes in with an odd name, so let's rename it. For the point of this video, we're going to call this file video. Alright, so now we have that. But how do we get it over to our Proxmox server? So most of you think we can use the upload feature. Well, let's see what happens. So if we go to CT Templates and try to upload this, viewing our desktop, we can see the video, but see it's grayed out. That's because Proxmox is not designed to use template files with the .xz extension. Don't fret, we can still use it. Let's cancel out of here and close this. We're actually going to use SCP to upload this to our server. So to do this, we're going to type SCP, the path to the file, and if you're on a Mac, all you have to do is drag it into the location. Now, with the file dragged there, we're going to enter the username at the IP address of the server, colon, and the destination path. Now for my testing, I already know the destination path is going to be /var/lib/vz/templates/cache. Now I can hit enter my system password, and the file uploads. Now, with the file uploaded, we can go back to our Proxmox web interface and refresh. Here's the video file right there in our container template repository or storage on our Proxmox server. Now let's start a container for this. We can do this by clicking Create Container, giving it a name, entering a password. Next, we'll select the location that the image was uploaded to. In my case, it's on the local drive. And then the video.tar.xz template that we downloaded. Now we can click Next. The disk is okay. Next. 1 CPU. Next. Memory. Next. Now I'm going to select DHCP. Your mileage may vary, and you may want to use a static IP address. That's fine. It won't make a difference here. I am doing this just simply for use for this video. Next. Don't need to change DNS. Next. Everything looks good. Finish. Alrighty, so now our container has been completed. Here's our new container called video. We can start it and open our console. Now we can log in using root and the password we configured. So there you go. There's a working container downloaded from the LXC repository on your Proxmox server. As you can see, a command working, just to demonstrate that it's okay. So if you enjoyed today's video, found it useful with more availability for more up-to-date container templates using the LXC repository, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Maybe even drop a comment below if you've used this technique before or if you have any feedback for us, as we appreciate it as we continue to grow Virtualize Everything to provide virtualization content to all of YouTube. If you'd like to further support us, consider visiting our merch store at store.virtualizeeverything.com. As always, have a good night.